What's up, comic book fans? And welcome to Comics Icons. Now, JJ, what they called me. And today, we got more Avengers. This time with issue number 19 of the series. And if you guys missed the previous issues video from this series, then I'll place a link for you at the top of the screen. And another at the end of the video. But when we last left off with Earth's mightiest heroes, they had defeated Hyperion by giving him a universe in need of his superhero services. And not only that, but we also got Storm's official acceptance to her invite to join the Avengers, just before Thor notifies her that he'll be taking leave to handle another matter. And I know that I'm late with this issue as there's another one already released and we'll get on that video real soon, I promise. But before we can jump into that one, we got to go over this one, which features the one and only Sorcerer Supreme, Dr. Doom. So if you guys are ready to see what's in store for the Avengers in this Jed MacKay series and how Doom fits in here, then you guys know what time it is. Let's get it. So we kick this issue off in the impossible city in Earth's orbit with Black Panther and Captain America Sam Wilson as they examine the Meridian Diadem, a living prison introduced during the Avengers run with the Ashen Combine earlier in the series. And as they inspect it, Cap asks Black Panther if he's sure about his plan to enter the prison. But T'Challa responds that he is indeed sure, as there are an untold number of prisoners within the Tesseract space inside of the prison, and they've already waited too long and ignored what could be happening inside. But if anyone can survive a recon mission inside, Cap knows that it's T'Challa. Although he jokes that the timing has nothing to do with the fact that T'Challa's ex-wife Storm has just joined the team, which T'Challa confirms that Cap still has a Falcon's sharp vision. As T'Challa has never feared death, but he does fear losing, and losing Storm is what he sees as his greatest failure. Meanwhile, we pick up with Captain Marvel and Storm as Carol tells her that they're going to be short-handed for a while, with T'Challa going inside of the Meridian Diadem and Thor taking leave. So she's glad that Storm decided to join the team. And Storm is also pleased with her decision too, and even compliments their new home, to which the city appreciates. But Storm thinks that T'Challa throwing himself into a dangerous mission to avoid an awkward conversation is such a T'Challa move. But Captain Marvel assures her that T'Challa will be fine, but he's always had a problem fighting with his pride, which Storm is well aware of. Meanwhile, Captain Marvel assures Storm that T'Challa is right though with his mission, as this is something that needs to be done and he needs to be the one to do it. Plus, she thinks that one good thing that's come out of the Blood Hunt event is that both he and Sam have gotten tight once again, which is good for the both of them. As we then see Tony Stark working his magic to access the prison so T'Challa can enter. And then he and Sam meet with the ladies and let them know that T'Challa is left. And even though Stark admits to not liking the idea of him in there alone, Storm assures him that alone is how T'Challa works best. And now they just have to play the waiting game for him to signal for extraction. But their conversation is then interrupted by the city, who notifies the team of a priority transmission coming through that they were expecting. So it puts through the call, and on the other end is the Sorcerer Supreme, Victor Von Doom, requesting to speak with them all. Then we pick up at a desert in Afghanistan as the Avengers teleport in and are then met by Doom's astral form. And he appreciates their promptness since his time is too valuable to waste. And he tells the Avengers that he's brought them here for them to justify themselves. Because with him now being Sorcerer Supreme, he's been meditating on the nature of power. And as the Avengers, they're supposed to represent the greatest power in the world. So he wonders, why have they let the world that they've sworn to protect get so bad? It's wars and hate everywhere. Lesser men holding power over their betters. And injustice is common all across the world that should belong to the Avengers. So why have you, the most powerful, allowed this to happen, he questions. And Cap is the first one to speak, but Doom shuts him down quick like, I'm sorry, I didn't clarify, but I'm not interested in what Captain America has to say. Doom cold-blooded. But then Captain Marvel jumps in like, just tell us what you want, Doom, and stop wasting our time. So Doom's like, okay, I summoned you here to ask you why you haven't taken this world in your hands and set it right. And then he conjures up some soldiers from the sand to challenge them while he proves his point. What army could then stand against you, he then asks. What weapons could the nations of Earth bring to bear against you? Each one of you is more than a match for any nation, and 7 of you together are more than a match for the entire world. So what holds you back? Is it lack of character? The cowardice you call morality? Or is it a fatal lack of imagination, unable to conceive a better world? And then he decides to show them what that world could look like, with Captain America instead a captain of the world unified, and Captain Marvel representing a world brought together and ready to take its place on the galactic stage amongst equals. A flawed genius, finally free of weapons and ending his and the world's addiction to war. And the goddess, finally securing the future of the mutants, the greatest of all artificial life forms, free from human morality and free to burn the scourge of Ultron from the face of the world, no matter the cost. And then the hero to the hopeless, finally exercising the power she keeps so in check without fear for damaging the false structures of the world. A good world, a right world, an Avengers world. This is what the world should have been. This is what true ethics would demand of those with true power. But Storm then calls down the thunder. She's heard and seen enough. And she tells Doom that he's asking a question in a way that makes the only possible answer the one he wishes. But the Avengers' answers are not ones that Doom would like, as Tony then chimes in that he knows war. And if the Avengers tried to take control of the world, then it would be war. They'd have to kill hundreds of thousands just in the opening moves, and a better world can't be created like that. They may have the power to take over the world, but not the right, Storm adds. They are not the ultimate authority, and cannot be, which is something that Doom, of all people, could never understand. And Wanda adds that their job is to protect the world, followed by Vision, who says that they are not tyrants and cannot impose their will on billions just because they're strong and powerful. Not without betraying what the Avengers are. No one person, or even 7, can rule this world, Captain Marvel concludes. Not without making it worse than it already is. And they'll always be there to save the world, but not by taking away its ability to save itself. So now a frustrated Doom admits that he can see he was incorrect. And while Stark is stunned that Doom just admitted him being wrong, and Captain Marvel tells him that she's happy he sees reason, he stops her like, don't interrupt me. I was incorrect. It wasn't a lack of imagination. It was cowardice. All of you with all this power, and you're afraid of that power. You've let your fear master you when you should have mastered the world. You let fear make you small, but Doom has never and will never be small. And there's nothing that can master Doom. And then he bounces. Damn, y'all, I can't wait for that one world under Doom. That's about to be a movie. But then later on, back in the Impossible City, the Avengers all sit around eating pizza and recapping what just went down, and Stark says that he doesn't think that they changed his mind. But Vision tells him that there was never a chance of that, and that wasn't what today was about. The purpose of Doom's little demonstration was not to change his or our minds. It was a thought exercise, and they were just props. Their purpose was to aid him in troubleshooting his own thinking, to allow him to reinforce his own ideas and the rightness of them. He believes that he must do what we will not, and he now has the power to see it through. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the issue. So what did you guys think about the issue? And how many of you guys are as hyped as I am for One World Under Doom? He's about to go crazy. Y'all know I want to hear all your thoughts and theories on it down in the comments. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video and this channel, and you'd like to support the channel, then you can do so by stopping by the Comics Icons store and picking up some Comics Icons merchandise, including the background music heard right here in this video available for download. Or by joining the Iconic Fan Club channel membership, and there'll be a link in the description to join. But with your membership, you'll get loyalty badges, member shoutouts, and up to 20% off of Comics Icons merchandise from the Comics Icons store. And even the chance to pick a video of your own choosing for me to post. Plus, we've got tiers to the memberships as well, beginning at just 99 cents. Or you guys could donate to the channel with a super thanks. And if you're not able to do any of that, then you can still help out this channel's future tremendously by dropping a like. share, and subscribing to Comics Icons for more icons in the comic book world. But ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. I'm out.